Good morning, everybody. This is Chris, otherwise known as Music City Driver, and man, what a weekend. Whew. Trying to do today's Money Monday on time. Headed to my day job, running a little late today, unfortunately, but while I'm driving, I figure I go ahead and do this. A lot of people don't like to do it while they're driving, but honestly, I have my phone on a mount, so it's easy to do. So it's not a problem for me anyway. So I did very, very well over the weekend. Couple of things. Well, first of all, what I want to say is disclaimer that I do run XL and Select on Uber, and I run Plus on Lyft. So keep that in mind as you're listening to my earnings, because they may be higher. They probably will be higher, maybe even much higher than someone who drives just X or just regular Lyft. Maybe lower than some people who drive Black, SUV, Lux SUV, etc. So just keep that in mind as you're listening to my earnings. I did really well. Friday night, I did crazy well. I actually ended up doing better on Friday than I did on Saturday for some weird reason. I don't know why. Friday was actually... what the hell's calling me? So Friday was actually... so the SEC Final Four tournament, or at least, it's here in Nashville, or it just wrapped up last night, I guess. There was a game on Friday and a game on Sunday. And, of course, Saturday was St. Patrick's Day. And all weekend, there were all kinds of events going on. There was a huge pharmacy convention here in Nashville. The normal bachelorette parties are coming back a lot. Like, they're starting to ramp up. Tourist season is starting to begin here because we're in the 60s, usually in the temperature range right now. It's a little rainy today, but over the weekend it was gorgeous. And there were a ton of people out on Friday and a ton of XL rides to be had. I did have a couple of pretty good surges too on Friday. I actually had some good surges on Saturday into Sunday morning as well. But Friday I by far did better. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Uber. First of all, I want to let you know my star rating went up to a 4.97 over the weekend. And that's out of 2,368 trips. For those who are saying that he probably doesn't do any trips, that's why his rating's so high. No. Prove it right here. 99% of my ratings are 5 stars. 1% is 4 stars, which out of 897 rated trips, I think that's pretty darn good. So 4.97 rating, just to start off. So this weekend I actually got my second, and yeah, my cancellation rate and my acceptance rate are like huge, like horrible. But anyway, got my second cleaning fee ever. And I think I've done about 1,300 something trips, 1,311 trips on Lyft or something. So out of 3,697 trips, I don't think it's too bad to have only ever had 2 cleaning fees. And this one I didn't feel too bad about either. I don't really do cleaning fees that much. First of all, people don't really puke in my car that much. If they do, I have these handy dandy bags that I love that you can get on Amazon. I don't have an affiliate link or any crazy shit like that. But these things, I love these things. They're called care bags, and they have like this pad inside of them that absorbs moisture, and it also neutralizes odor, and they have a drawstring on them. They hold a lot, surprisingly, a lot. I was kind of scared at first, honestly, because I thought they weren't going to hold much, but they hold a lot of vomit from first-hand experience. Not me, first-hand experience, but first-hand experience with seeing passengers puke into these things and how full they can get. Anyway, that's a little gross. But, so I had a girl that, for some reason, I was sitting in the driveway. We were waiting for her friend to come out. We're literally sitting still in the driveway, not moving. The door's unlocked. She has her window down. She starts puking out my window. While we're sitting still, she couldn't get out in the fucking yard or the driveway and puke there. I mean, really? So when they got done, I didn't see or smell anything. So I pulled over. I drove down the street, pulled over to the side, and sure enough, there was some down the door. So I took pictures of it, sent it into Uber. And I actually ended up getting $80, which I was happy with. But I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're too lazy to open the freaking door while you're sitting in a driveway to puke, then you deserve to pay $80. I mean, that stuff can mess your paint up, so I had to take it to a car wash, stuff like that. But it didn't take me down for very long, and it took them till the next morning to respond, which I think they had a backlog because it's St. Patty's Day, obviously. But they usually tell you don't take any more rides on Uber until you've done it. I took plenty of rides after that because I cleaned it up so quickly. Went to the car wash, it was done. There was a tiny bit on the inside. Wiped that off with a disinfectant wipe. Done. So anyway, $80, only the second cleaning fee ever. The first cleaning fee was $150, and that was a girl who I gave a bag to. She missed the bag, got it all over my seats and carpet. Luckily, I have carpet cleaner with me, and I have leather seats, so it's easy cleanup for that one too. So I've gotten a grand total of 2 cleaning fees over my entire career, almost 4,000 trips, like 3,700 trips. So that's pretty darn good. Anyway, back to the task at hand. So last week on Uber, I only worked Friday and Saturday. I did not work Thursday. I just wasn't feeling it. I was feeling kind of crappy, not really in the mood to do it, because I had to be in a mood to drive. I'd give my best customer service like that. I get the best ratings. I get more tips, etc., etc. So I waited until Friday and Saturday to drive, and like I said, it was not a mistake for me because I made a lot of money. So I only worked about 12 hours each day, something like that. Let me get to it. So there we go. Yep. See, look. $679.99. Now, this included an $80 cleaning fee, yes, but so roughly $600. Now, the thing I hadn't told you on this, that doesn't show on this, is that I received $65 in tips on Friday alone. And on Saturday, I got another $8 in tips on cash. So I think it was $8. But I got $65 because one lady tipped me from a private airport here, John C. Toon Airport. She tipped me for taking her from there to East Nashville. She tipped me $20 straight up, gave me a $20 bill. I was like totally shocked and surprised. She was very nice. She was very cool. I think she made a lot of money, which is cool, but I really thanked her for that. One guy actually had a slight adventure into early Saturday morning. I mean, it was like late or early, whichever way you want to look at it. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning. I get a request. I go pick the guy up, and he's like, "Yeah, I lost my friend." It just started the thunderstorm. He's like, he lost his friend that he just met. Apparently, he was part of a bachelor party, and I guess these other guys were part of another bachelor party, and they became friends. And this one guy got left behind downtown, and he didn't know where he was. And I was like, "Well, all the bars are closed downtown." The only thing open at this point downtown is probably the Sun Diner or the Diner. And the Diner is a 24-hour, 6-story diner. They serve alcohol after a 1 hour. They serve alcohol 23 hours a day at that place, actually. It's the only place in the city of Nashville that has a permit to do 23-hour alcohol serving. So from 3 to 4, they have a dry hour, and that's it. After that, they can serve. So anyway, I was like, you might want to go back there. We'll swing by Broadway real quick. If not, I'll take you back to the diner because it's really the only place open. Other than that, you might want to start checking the jails or the hospitals. Or that's the only thing I can think of. But luckily, we pull up on Broadway, and there's the guy standing there. He's like, "Holy crap, it's him!" I was like, "Awesome, go get him." So he went over there, got him, took them both back to the place where I picked the first guy up. Total success, I guess. And I actually got a what is the badge? I can't remember. There's a badge. So there's a badge that I got over the weekend for this, I think. I'm pretty sure it was for this. And I got a compliment as well. I kind of like those compliments. They're kind of cheesy. They don't give you anything, obviously, but I liked having the compliments. They're kind of fun. So I got a late night hero badge. And I got a legend has it, this is the greatest Uber driver of all time, and the legends are true. Pretty cool comment. I like that. So it was nice he took the time to do that. And he gave me $40 cash on top of his ride. So I think he ended up paying that ride, ended up paying me like 50 something bucks. So nice, not bad. It only took me like 20 minutes or 30 minutes tops. So anyway, that was good. So this was on Uber, like I said. Did quite well. As you can see on Friday, and I know this video's turned out to be long, but on Friday by itself I did 320.68, and I did not run Lyft at all. There's a story behind that I'm probably going to address in another video. Saturday I did run Lyft, but I only got like 8 rides. And the Lyft app was acting screwy. It's another thing I might cover in another video. It screwed me out of 2 rides. I ended up having to call in and get them to recalculate them for me and give them to me. So anyway, so 320.68, and I also got $16.35 in tips on the app. Like I said, there's the $80 clicking fee right there. So that's a $679.99. So let's get the handy dandy calculator out. $679.99 plus $65, and I got a $5 bill tip from somebody also on Friday, and then I got another $5 tip on Saturday, and 3 singles or something like that. So actually, so I guess it's $73. Let's go ahead and add that cash tip in there. And then on Lyft, like I said, Lyft was not horribly impressive to me this weekend. I got a nice plus airport run from West Nashville, like Belmead area, out to the airport. A family going to go to Arizona for the spring training thing. Pretty cool. That was like a $28 ride. I think he gave me a $10 tip on top of that. Did not do well, as well. So yeah, like I said, 8 rides all weekend on Lyft. Lyft overhyped stuff. They do that all the time, and Lyft hardly ever prime times anymore. They did quite a few times this weekend, but it seems like there's less and less. So $165.47. This bonuses of $867. That was actually the 2 rides that they screwed me out of, that they put in there. $11 in tips. Like I said, that last tip that I got on Sunday, that was the one that I think that was my highest tip. Well, it was $4, I'm sorry. So they only gave me a $4 tip. It's actually less than I expected. So $59.73 for that day. So for the total for the week for Lyft, I had $143.27. So we throw that in there. It's $896.26. Not too shabby. Why is this not calculating? Okay. So $896.26. And I know I have not gotten to this guy's comment, but on my last video, the guy was like, how many hours did you spend in the car to make $933? Not that many, really, comparative to a lot of drivers. I drove 2 days. I didn't get out until like 9 o'clock on Saturday, and I worked until about 5. So actually maybe a little later than that. But anyway, I worked about 10 hours a day. So about 20, let's say 22 hours is all I worked this whole weekend. And maybe a little bit longer, I can't remember, maybe 23 hours. But I had the thing is, I had my app on while I was at home a few times, or my app on while I was at work, just kind of waiting for a ping. So that counted against my 21 hours and 55 minutes online, but I actually wasn't driving that long. As you can see, Saturday I didn't get my first trip until like 9:35. I think I got a Lyft before that. I think I got a Lyft right at 9 o'clock on Saturday. And then on Friday, I didn't start until about 7. I didn't get off my day job until about 7, I think it was. Yeah, 7:30 was the first time I actually got my first ride. And then I worked till 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's, 9 hours? Not that long. So, and that's actually about true, the 9 hours. And an hour of that was me driving home. So, well, maybe not an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So I really only worked about 23 hours. Let's say 23 hours. So you divide this out by 23 hours. That's $38.97 roughly an hour. That's without counting gas and wear and tear and on maintenance and all that stuff. But that's a pretty damn good hourly rate, in my opinion. I only had 8 rides on Lyft all weekend, like I said. And on Uber, I had a total of probably 40 rides, I think. I think it was 40 rides. pretty darn sure it was 40 rides. Yeah, 40 trips. They were mostly XL or Select. See, XL, XL, Select, XL, 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 X. There's one X right there, but that was surged, and they, I think it was surged. No, it wasn't surged, actually. That's strange. I think it was a Mount Juliet ride, though, so it was a pretty decent little ride. So, I mean, you know, Uber XL, Uber X surged, Uber X surged, Select surged, Select, Uber XL, Select, Uber XL, Uber XL, blah, blah, blah. Uber XL, mostly Uber XL, with a few X's thrown in. And the same situation for Saturday, except Saturday I think I ended up having more X rides that were surged instead of just having plain X ride. I think I had that one plain X ride. And instead of having all XL, so there was a Select, there was an Uber X, that was a regular Uber X. That didn't have a tip, actually. It wasn't even surged either. Must have just been desperate for a ride at that point. Yeah, it was 3:18 a.m. It got slowed down on quite a bit there. There's an Uber X. That was actually a surged one. That gave me a $4 tip. The infamous vomit on the girl, or vomit on the door girl, was this 3:36 a.m. one. All these Uber XL surged. Uber X, that was surged. Select surge. Uber X surge. Uber X surge. Cancellation. Uber XL. I mean, all this stuff, and I had a bunch of Uber XL surges, actually. This was a $15.78 Uber XL surge that was only 2 miles, 2.62 miles, and I got $15.78. It was a 1.8, but still, it's a surge. And the Uber XL surges are not that easy to come by. In fact, a strategy I use, just for you guys that drive XL, you can't see the XL surging on Uber app, on the Uber driver app. You can look at it on the passenger app if you want to switch back and forth, but I just don't do all that. So what I do is when I see it surging pretty high on X, I will wait until an XL ride comes in, because they will, and I will see if it's surged. If it's not surged, I will hit the no thanks button and I will turn off XL, because what happens is X surges up so high that an X ride sometimes ends up costing more than an XL, and they're like, well, hell, I'll just take an XL. It's a bigger vehicle, it's a lot more room, and it's not as high of a surge. It's not as expensive. So why would I take an X if I can take an XL for less? So that's what they do. They take an XL ride. So I turn off XL while it's surging like in the threes, and, you know, anything over 2.1 or 2.2, I turn off XL so that I can take advantage of that and only do X rides. A little strategy I use, you guys might want to think about. So just want to let you guys know about that. But anyway, so lucrative weekend, really good weekend. And I mean, it was a tiring weekend, a very tiring weekend. Like I said, I only drove about 23 hours overall, but those 23 hours took a lot out of me. So I ended up taking yesterday off as usual. Tonight I probably will not drive. There's not really anything special going on tonight. The Final Four has ended. The Predators are still on a road trip, and they're in Buffalo tonight. So I'll probably take the night off and watch the Preds game. So anyway, guys, I am out. I hope you guys are having a great day. And if you're out driving, please be careful. And I hope you guys have a great night. If you're out driving, just keep it in mind, like I said, those tips that I gave you. And I'm hopefully going to make a couple more videos this week on 2 different issues that I had happen. One with the Lyft app messing up on me and screwing me out of a couple of rides. And the reason it screwed me out of a couple of rides, I'll explain in the video, was something that they changed, but then it looks like they changed it back. When I called in, I was like, what the hell, you assholes? Anyway, because I'll explain to you exactly what it was. That normally had not been a problem before and suddenly turned into a huge issue because it ended up canceling the ride at the end of the ride. I'll get into it in more depth. And I honestly forget what the second thing was. I'll look back at this video and decide on that. But I was going to make another video too. I know there's 2 issues that I was going to make a video about. So anyway, I'm out, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I know it was long, looking at like 20 minutes. It's a really long video, and I do apologize for you guys. But I do appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're out driving, be safe. Guys, have a good one.